Demure. That's Demure. Demure. I gotta turn that off. It's not Demure. You see that little chichi, no chocho. Be Demure. I mi madre. Be Demure. Oh, hello. Hello, I'm Dandy Moore. He said you do tú no eres de Muir, tú eres de streets. Fo. I don't know. It's not starting, Susan. Yo, what's poppin'? This is embarrassing. This is Bush League. I don't know. I'm waiting on you. It says no connection. Connect me. Is it the connection or the erection and an election and an election? Yo, seriously right now? What is happening? Shut it all down. Shut it all down. Do you want to get a next thing? That a next thing? That a next thing? I've been really rippity rhyme rappity rap lately. It's not going away. Susan, is there something wrong? Seriously? None of them? Bro, nuh-uh. Like, nuh-uh. What does that even mean? I told you that wasn't Demure. Tuviste. Eso no era Demure. I thought you just turned it. Okay, my bad. That was my fault. I'll take that one. My fault. I got my remote. If y'all just gave me a remote and stopped doing this, we wouldn't have to deal with this. This is not Demure. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. This is episode 508. My name's Kasabian Lavoe. I'll be your host with talent on loan from God. ChatGPT writes the intro. I do the show. We always start with some of my old music, and I always get flagged, but I don't understand it. I just post it. Let's get into this. Kasabian Lavoe. It looks pink. It don't look red. I just want to keep the lights on. I always picture myself doing this, smoking a cigar in a lounge.
I just want to keep the lights on. Say I just want to keep the lights on. Yeah. I just want to keep the lights on.
It's a good song.
Say I just want to keep the lights on. Yeah. I just want to keep the lights on. I just want to keep the lights on. Say I just want to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
No more texting, we face to face, skin touching. I wanna taste, watching two silhouettes embrace the prettiest thing I
was
ever
going
seen.
crazy.
Two women making love in front of me. The room's dark, I just wanna peek.
It really is so uncalled for. It's Kasabian Lavoe. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. This is episode 508. We are live from Las Vegas. ChatGPT writes the intro. I do the show. Did I say my talents on loan from God? My mentor used to do that, so I make sure to hold that, to the highest. But what's up? It's episode 508. I should be doing the show more. But I gotta stop saying that because I'm not going to, because I'm tired wired, because I got a regular yaps. You want a yaps? I got a yaps. I got 401k. Now I talk about stocks and bonds with my son all day. I mean, it's the greatest conversations. It's the cutest shit ever. My son's investing and he's watching his money make money. And he's like, Dad, I made $25 today. And I was like, now extrapolate that and do 45,000 and do shares and do big. Just making him feel good about himself because he's actually doing something proactive with his money. These are opportunities that as a kid, I'm not lazy. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I love you for always keeping it real. So you're right. I may be lazy, but only because you call me lazy, I'm going to accept it. I don't know about AF, but lazy, I'll accept. I do enjoy having conversations with my son, watching him do the things that I couldn't do. And he asked me a question that fucked me up. And it's a question that I never thought that he would ask me. But he said, Dad, what would you do at my age if you was me right now? Okay. I don't know 18-year-olds, or I don't know 18-year-old self without a child or children. I had multiple children at 18. So if I would approach life in this fashion, one, mooch off of your parents. There's nothing wrong with that. I think he should live at home. And I've told all my kids this, 25, 30, I don't care. Our house is big enough that we don't see each other, so I'm not even tripping. But if my son wants to maneuver in life the way that he should, one, don't leave the house to rent. That was key. So I said, at your age, I would have never left. I would have stayed at home. Two, I would have worked a job for 2 years and then went and got a home loan. I didn't know that you needed to work a job for 2 years to get a home loan and then have steady work. That's a big deal. So as opposed to always searching for the next thing, hold a steady job that's going to hold you down and pay you decent, not great, but this is where his investing is going to hold him down and really teach him some things. Either way, his next 5 years is going to be set. Real estate portfolios, investments, and then there's other things that he's waiting for that he don't even know yet. I'm excited for what I did for my son. And honestly, this is what you're supposed to do with your money. Your money's supposed to grow. Your money's supposed to work for you. In your 20s, you want to work as hard as you can to make as much money as you possibly can so that in your 30s, you utilize that money to grow legacy. And then in your 40s and 50s, you enjoy it. And then you just go into retirement quietly. Now, enjoying your money doesn't mean you stop working. It just means you are hopefully in a position where you're just living off of your interest and living off of all the good choices you made, not the shitty bad ones, right? These are things I didn't know. Somebody would have told me that with 2 years at a job, I could get a home loan. Not a big home loan, just a home loan. See, the point is you can buy a home, put it up for rent. It's going to grow in equity. Okay, with my son's job, he'll qualify for a $50,000 loan. That's what he qualifies for with his hourly rate job. With nothing else, just himself, hourly, $50K. What's available for $50K? A lot. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of mobile homes in Vegas. We have a lot of trailer parks and mobile home parks. So there's actually really nice brand new mobile homes that are available for $50,000, $45,000. I mean, $7,500, $100K. They go up. Here's the catch. Those $50,000 trailers go up almost double within 6 months after you buy one. So imagine 19-year-old self buying a home, a trailer, putting it for rent, and then watching my money just double in a year of owning, not renting, owning. And he doesn't even have to live there. He can stay at home with mom. Just use that as a rental and watch your money grow. So many things. Let's get into the show. Let's stop talking to me being a parent. I'm just proud of my son. And if you didn't know, it's literally that simple. 2 years at a job and go buy a house. You don't have to live in the house. Own the house. Your money's going to grow. Whatever costs 50 today is going to cost 70 tomorrow. Trust me, that's how fast. And this market is going crazy. So whatever costs 50 today is going to cost 100 tomorrow. Don't hesitate on purchasing a home. It's the weirdest thing to me that we don't have these conversations more. Hey, check this out. Shout out to all my Latinos. They own half of the fucking real estate in the country. Every other homeowner is Hispanic. So they've done very well. It was news to me because in my house, we didn't even talk about this shit. But whatever. What do I know? Let's turn on the La Cosa Esta. The screen protector. That's not what that's called. It's a teleprompter. Stupid. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, where we bring you the stories that matter with a dash of flavor and a whole lot of real talk. What the fuck is ChatGPT talking about? Today, we're diving into some heavy-hitting topics, so buckle up. Oh, shout out to Dame Dash for giving. He's going to give you his Rockaware chain if you buy his portion of Rockefeller. He's going to give you the authentic off of his neck chain if you spend $10 million or more on his portion. First, we pay respect to a true legend in the world of talk shows. Phil Donahue's passed away. We'll reflect on his impact and legacy in the media landscape slightly. Then we're breaking down in shocking detail the latest Social Security leak. This was actually brought to us by a listener. Loner, messaged me this bright and early, so I looked into it. We did some investigative journaling. We'll jump into our social security leaks, and I'll actually give you an update on how to find out if you were involved in this leak. We got the scoop. And in the music world, there's some serious drama brewing. In the Brian McKnight world, that's the only world. It's nowhere else because everything else is bullshit. I mean, outside of Tyrese and Trey songs. But people are mad at Brian McKnight because he started a whole new family. We'll talk about it in a minute. I think Brian McKnight is one of the best persons in the world for this. He literally didn't like his kids, so he went and made more. And just named them the same names. And he loves them more. Next, we have a PSA that's overdue. Stop raw dogging your flights. Stop raw dogging your flights. It's not good for you. Why are y'all doing this? Finally, we'll take it to California where YG is led a powerful peace walk. And it isn't just a march, it's a movement for change. All this and more coming up on the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Let's talk about it, y'all. My name is Kasabian. It's interesting that people sometimes hear Xavier. I don't know why, but maybe it's because I say it wrong. So I gotta apologize for saying that wrong because I don't know how to say my own name. Maybe it's me. All right, I'm sorry. Oh man, I am okay. I've discovered some new videos that I think everybody should watch. Eyebrow reveal. Just look it up on TikTok. I'm sure YouTube got it too. It's the funniest thing that I have seen yet. Like, I spent probably an hour and change laughing at people having their eyebrows revealed with the tattoo. What do they call that? Microabrasion? Microdermal? The tattoo, the eyebrow tattoos. Just look up eyebrow reveals. It's the funniest thing that I've seen yet. I promise you it's worth a solid 45 minutes of your time. Swear to God. Before we get into today's show, one of our bigger stories or topics was the Phil Donahue passing away. That was a big deal in talk shows. And I started doing research into Phil Donahue and didn't realize that the guy that I used to watch when I was sick, because I stayed home from school, was such a prominent figure in talk shows. And I'm actually embarrassed. I might not be the biggest fan of broadcasting, and I want to do more research because I feel like I should at least be able to pay homage to those that came before me and that did this shit way better than me. Like, I'm just trying, right? And Phil Donahue is a legend. I look up to Rush Limbaugh, and I know people think that's crazy, but I do. Like, that dude captured your audience's attention, my audience's, captured audience's attention across the world globally for 3 hours, 5 days a week. There wasn't too many people that could do that. And that was on AM radio. So that to me was like a mixtape every day. That's crazy. But Phil Donahue was pretty amazing in what he did, and I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't know. But I do want people to please go do your research. Take a look. See what you learn about Mr. Phil Donahue. He was a pretty amazing person. What else? There's some new fentanyl in Vegas. I really don't want to cover that sad story. Like, I really don't. What's the point? UFC this weekend was a great fight. Now, I want to say it was a great fight night, I should say. But to be honest, I was kind of disappointed in Adesanya. And if you didn't watch the fight, Dracus du Plessis, DDP, fought Israel Adesanya. This was probably the most ethnic UFC fight that I've ever seen, with the most two normal dudes you've ever seen. Like, it looked like Chad and James. Swear to God. But no, du Plessis and Adesanya were going at it for the title. Now, du Plessis is actually defending his belt for the first time. He won the belt from Sean Strickland, who was actually the person that kind of started Izzy's downfall. Remember, Izzy, for lack of better words, is kind of on his decline. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. When it comes to fighters, there's going to be a point in time where you got to hang it up. And I would rather see my greats go out on their shields. And sadly enough, a big wave and a big chunk of the UFC star power is fading out. They're just getting older. Everybody that we grew up on for the last 10 years, 12 years, they're done. They're almost 40. They're going through a lot. And Adesanya is no different. The dude defended his belt. Remember, he went around twice. He lapped the division twice defending his belt. So he's not a chump. It's not that he's done and he's falling on his face because he's just a bad fighter. It's just sometimes this is the end of your story. The fact that Duplessis choked him out was kind of shit. I would rather have seen him box it out. But that's cool. That's the name of the game. It's mixed martial arts. It's not boxing. Duplessis did a great job. Did Adesanya do what he had to do? I thought he did enough. I don't think he was going to win that fight unless he would have knocked him out. That was it. He had to knock him out. Duplessis saw the opportunity, took his back. Solid choke, tapped him out. I saw Izzy grabbing his shoulder. I don't know what that was about, but good for Izzy for coming out and take a break. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. There's nothing wrong with stopping. Fighting is much different than any other sport, and I would not recommend that you just stay in there getting hit in the head for shits and giggles, right? Like, we grow a love and affinity for these fighters, and the last thing we want to see is them slurring their speech and not doing well because they want to prove a point that doesn't really prove anything. I love that UFC has shown us that a loss doesn't mean you're a bad fighter. It doesn't take anything away from you. Boxing should really learn how to adapt that. Now, the Social Security scandal that occurred over the week or weekend, well, it was broken over the weekend, but this story is actually almost 7 months old. And I am a firm believer in, just to be completely honest, all of us have lost our Social Security numbers already. You know how many breaches there have been in the past, let's say 10 years. Let's just roughly throw out 10 years. With Facebook alone, it was like 100 million. And then it was AT&T, 200 million. There's only 365 million Americans. Not all of them are 18 and up. Not all of them have cell phones. So at least 18 and up from about 10 years back. So if you're 28 and 28, about right. Just imagine an 18-year-old just got their phone. It's 2016 and AT&T gets hacked, or whoever the fuck it was gets hacked, and all their information is out there. At this point, I really feel like everybody's information has been hacked twice or 3 times over. I don't think that anything is safe on the internet. Once the internet began, the numbers are weaker and weaker all the time. The safest thing that we have is our biometrics on our phones, devices that are in hand, encrypted with literally biometrics of our face. That's all we got. The numbers don't mean anything. The Social Security numbers don't mean nothing. Last week's staggering data breach at the National Public Data put personal data, including Social Security numbers of billions of Americans, in the hands of cyber criminals. That is a weird statement. There isn't billions of Americans. There's only 365 million of us. This is weird. This is why I didn't want to cover this shitty story. Nobody has good information. The breach occurred last year, and the company acknowledged on the website last week that there were potentially leaks of certain data in April 2024 and the summer of 2024. Data reaching back at least 3 decades is said to be included in the breach. Oh, that's how they got billions. And the inclusion of Social Security numbers has risen. Yo, how do they even have... Oh, man, see, this whole story is so much. The inclusion of Social Security numbers has risen a number of concerns among people. Curious if you're affected? Here's how to find out. Pentester, a cybersecurity firm, which sounds like a crock of shit, has set up a tool to let you see if your data was part of the breach. Use a web browser to navigate to npd.pentester.com. That's pentester.com, and enter your first and last name and birth year. You'll see a list of breached accounts, including last 4 digits of Social Security numbers. So if you're on that list, you were breached. I'm not going to check. I have a Safe ID thing that they'll let me know if I got breached. The story's very odd because although it was released and talked about last week, this actually occurred last year. So let's see how people's information really gets bothered. I think we're coming to a point where there's going to be a big change to credit. There has to be a big change to the credit system and the numbers. It won't make sense if everybody's information keeps getting stolen. Have you ever not liked your kids so much that you just decided to like leave your family and go start a whole new family? But like you marry a person with the same name and then you make a whole bunch of kids and name them the same names? Brian McKnight did that. Stories out of Vibe. Brian McKnight's personal drama is seemingly affecting his personal endeavors. The singer recently had to cancel a concert due to low ticket sales. Allegedly stemming from a boycott over his actions towards his family. McKnight was set to perform live in Detroit back in June, but was forced to cancel the show after ticket sales stalled. If you didn't know, Brian McKnight got sick and tired of his wife and kids, dumped them on their ass, and went and made a whole new set of kids, named them all the same names. I even think his wife has the same name. I'm probably making that part up. I'm definitely exaggerating and embellishing for the story. But Brian McKnight went and found a doppelganger of his first wife, found one that's just a little bit hotter, then made the same kids and made them a little bit better, and then named them the same names and loves them just a little bit more than the first ones. Maybe a lot of bit more. To be honest, I think he hates his first family, so he remade a whole second family. Why are you mad at him? Because he's living his life. That man made that one. You're like a dream come true. Two is my new family, boo. Brian McKnight is awesome. If he could afford it, why does that bother you? I heard that one of his first McKnight kids was sick. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you. I'm making fun of your hilarious dad. My dad didn't make beautiful music. My dad was a piece of shit. Oh, wrong. My bad. See, I don't even push that button enough. My dad wasn't a good person. He was nothing. I didn't have a dad growing up. I had a grandfather and he was blind. So I grew up with a disabled man in my life. It's very difficult to tell you how hard it was to navigate in life without a father. Now, you had a father. You fucked it up. You should go fix it. He went and started a whole new family. Y'all need to apologize. Not him. The fuck are we talking about? This is not Brian's fault. It's the other one's fault. I think. I don't know. Maybe Brian McKnight's a real piece of shit and I don't know anything. I don't even know the guy. I just like his music and I think the story is hilarious. But hey, prayers to everybody involved. Everybody. So, have you ever heard of raw dogging it? I just wanted to use sound effects today. Not that type of raw dogging it, you big nasty. It seems to be a new trend that kids are doing or have started on TikTok. Probably TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's TikTok. So this is the gist of it. You get on a plane. You sit in the chair on the plane. And then you don't move like this for the whole flight. That's it. They call that raw dogging. You don't do nothing. You just sit there and watch the plane fly. Stories out of New York. It's the magazine New York. For most people, long-haul flights are a wretched experience, unless you're one of those men on the internet who, for some reason, have decided to make the experience even worse by raw dogging. This is the only time in the history of the word raw dogging has anybody said even worse. There's no time in life where you're raw dogging and something is even worse. Raw dogging is the antithesis of even better. Like, what are you talking about? It literally is like 10x better. This has ruined the word. Do you see what you've done here? You've destroyed history and prestige. The term raw dog means that they don't do anything on the flight. No entertainment, no meals, no water, no trips to the bathroom. That's stupid shit. Drink water. Hydrate. I saw a sports player doing this. Don't do this. I think you should have a coach like hit you or something. Don't they hit? Do they hit the players? He's a soccer player. Hit him with a stick or something. Don't do that, bro. He was that young kid too. Oh, I think it's Holland or something. My son watches. Don't do that. Don't sit on a plane watching the plane fly. That's weird. Watch movies. They're free, I think. I don't know. Whatever you pay for your flight. Mine usually comes with movies. Get some food. I don't know if that costs. I just give them the card. They give me food. Is that what everybody does? I don't know. That's why I'm like talking about this type of shit. I don't know what your experiences are, but don't do this. And don't ruin words. God damn it. I can't believe what they've done. It blows me away. YG is doing something that's pretty great. And I hope that this definitely changes and this goes a long way. Stories at a complex. And my bad. The teleprompter is it isn't teleprompting. Stories at a complex. YG led a truce walk in Compton on Sunday, August 18th to help bring an end to a 10-year rivalry between the Fruittown Pyru and the Treetop Pyru gangs. Joined by members from both gangs, the Game and Wally the Sensei, along with families young and old, YG led the walk to bring peace in the community. The walk kicked off at Gonzalez Park, and is it Gonzalez Park? Yeah. It met a meeting between YG and the leaders of the gangs. At one point, the Journey's participants stopped by Tam's Burgers, and they all posed for a photo with the West Coast rapper. It was dope to watch. I saw the clips. I saw the videos. I didn't know if it was like super arranged or it was just like on the fly, but it looked great. It looked peaceful, and it looks like a great change is coming. YG hopes that the walk won't be a temporary truce between the gangs, but the start of an ongoing effort to open dialogue between them. This is pretty amazing. I mean, watching gangs, I guess, evolve has definitely been very interesting the older I get. Coming from these lifestyles and coming from, we grew up in this shit. I watch it now and I go, wow, that's crazy. My lips are swollen because I had spicy ass Chinese food. My tongue is swollen too, so I think I'm lisping. I tried Mongolian beef for the first time. So I was like, man, I just want something different. And who knew that Mongolian beef was as spicy as the devil's asshole? Let me tell you that. I don't even like spicy food. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't care for spicy food. I like flavor. That's why I like Chinese food. There's flavor. I'm going to Mr. Chopsticks next time. I want to go enjoy myself. Seriously. I don't even know what that even means. I think that nah, sushi kind of bummed me out last time. Last time I did sushi, the what was that little thing? The sea urchin? Whatever the name was, that fucked me up. I'm not cut out for sushi like that. I'm sorry. I'm just not. What other story? The fentanyl in Vegas thing is interesting, but I don't know if I want to cover it. But that was it. That's today's show. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. That one was a quickie. I gotta go. I'm writing, working on things. My axolotl, El Chapo, has been a little sick. Been watching him. He makes goop, and there's no information on axolotls. So if something's wrong with your axolotl, good luck taking them to a fucking doctor or a vet, because I'm not sure if they know much of dick anyway. Best you got is YouTube, and there's like two young ladies that take care of their axolotls really good. I don't know the names off the top of my head, but if you have an axolotl and you need help with them, those are basically the two doctors that I know, because them two are pretty knowledgeable and they have very healthy and happy axolotls. My axolotl does very well, but he's been a little sick, and I've been writing a book about him, so it really hurts my feelings. So I really don't want it to like bum me out if he got sicker, but he's not. He's getting better, so I feel a little bit better. I don't want to talk sad about El Chapo. Damn it, El Chapo. But anyway, stop raw dogging on the planes. Raw dogging is a good thing. And, oh yeah, I should play that one.
Hey, bud. You do that to me and I'll knock you flat.
You do that to me and I'll knock you flat. Hey, what song is this? It's on me.
Oh, God.
It's on me. It's on me.
Okay.
Where is it? I do it on my lonely.
When you want top.
Nope, wrong song.
Yeah.
That's an intro.
This is the Empire.
Hey.
No sleep. 3. Let's go. Oh, God.
That's when I would quit being a DJ. Like, if you don't stop.
And still no sleep. Trying to live out my dream.
Yup.
Started out with a team. And that was just me. Empire to the death of me. I guess I'm out here reaching my destiny. Started off with an epiphany. Now I can drop 100 bands at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Still Tim's